Welcome to Comedy Live with your host, Chad Rogers.
What's happening? How we doing? I'm so flattered. Thank you. This is the only place, man, where people clap when they say your name. I love it. I go home and it's just something I gotta do, you know? They're like, Chaz Rogers, take that trash out. Chaz Rogers, you late paying that bill. You late paying that bill. Y'all ready to have a good time? Man, put your hands together, man. My brother, come on, all from St. Louis, he's from College Hill. Give it to my man, Willie Mack!
What's up, y'all? It's me, Willie Mack. Mac with 2 C's. Originally from St. Louis. Came out here chasing a female and then found, I don't know, a calling of sort. I got into stand-up because I needed money and I was doing background work, right? And I ended up doing background work on the Bernie Mac show. Growing up like a preacher's kid, it was always called, you acting up, why you so silly, class clown? And then you come out here and you give it a title, and then you find out the sillier and the funnier you are, the more money you make and more opportunities you have. And that's how I ended up on BET College Hill, which really gave me the platform to start. That's where I started stand-up, was on College Hill on BET. And yeah, we out here. I'm dressed like this because I just came from Long Beach, performed for a bunch of white folks, kind of like this little middle row right here. I did, yeah. Have y'all ever been to a black church before? You have? What was it like? You started smiling, huh? It was what? Where you from? Ah, Australia. Listen, Australia and New Zealand have a rugby team that don't like each other. And New Zealand's rugby team is called the what? It's called the All Blacks. Now, I'm down there, bro, and I'm down there in Sydney. I'm the only black person in Sydney. I'm looking around, I don't see nobody, but then I see this storm of white folks coming down the street, and they're like, all blacks, all blacks, all blacks, all blacks. And I was like, all blacks, all blacks. But you get to see these type of things and you get to understand different cultures and all this other stuff when you're traveling, which is amazing. And through those travels, because I'm originally from the South, like I'm originally from Arkansas. I know, I could tell by your hair you was from Arkansas. I was like, all of Chaz's congregation came out tonight to... What part of Arkansas? Pine Bluff. Oh, my mom went to UAP Beach. Yeah, you did too. I ended up going to the University of the Virgin Islands. Yeah, that's where I ended up going. That's where I ended up going to school. And I was ignorant to a lot of things until I moved out of the South. I was. This is just. Hey, we didn't know what psoriasis was growing up. We just called those people ash. That's The script writes itself sometimes. Life does that. Life does that. Like my son is 22 years old. Yeah, 22-year-old son. Very first time I ever had sex, I knocked up a lesbian that wanted to try out me. That's the script God gave me. This is... All right, sister. All right, sister. All right. I did not even like the cheerleader lesbian either. Like me and my baby mama were both handsome at prom. Our prom photo is her standing behind me, holding me. And I'm leaned back on her 6'4". I'm like, pick me up, boo. Pick me up, boo! This is life. And I raised them. I did the best job I could do as a 16-year-old. I raised them like a 16-year-old. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't understand, and especially at that time. Like, he was almost not here. We went to the abortion clinic, all right? We were scared 16-year-olds. We went up there with our $300. We slid it to the receptionist and was like, they were like, listen here, sirs. It's $350. We were $50 short on an abortion, and I remind my son of that all the time. Like, he wanted some Jordans for his birthday, so I gave him the $200 for the Jordans. But he was like, but Dad, they $250. I said, ha! Sucks being $50 short, don't it, Malcolm? And I messed around and raised my best friend. I did. It's an arm, but it's also like a, no. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? My son texts me, right? And he says, hey, Ode. He calls me Ode, O-L-D. He's like, hey, Ode. What do you do when your thing touches the water when you sit down? I'm like, your thing touches the water? Your thing touches it? I'm like, I don't know. You gotta ask your mama, man. Just. Comedy Live, this has been amazing. Everybody, my name is Willie Mack. Thank you all.
Y'all keep it going for Willie Mack. More when we come back, man. Don't go nowhere. Y'all having fun, man? Y'all having fun? Man, this next brother, man, I met this dude, man, maybe 15 years ago when I first came to LA, man. My man ain't never saw me perform that one time. And I was like, hey, how do you get up? And he said, you going up next. Put me right up on the spot, man. I love this brother forever, man. All the way from New Jersey. Give it up for my man, Trey Elliot!
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Trey Elliot representing Dirty Jersey, baby. You already know, man. Listen, I'm here at Comedy Live having a good time, man. And what inspired me to want to do comedy, it was actually a dare from a coworker when I was working at UPS, slinging them boxes. I wasn't slinging crack, I was slinging boxes, you hear me? But yeah, man, but listen, the life of a comedian is not a joke unless you make it. I'm gonna make you laugh, cry, and think. You know what I mean? All while being funny at the same damn time. I'm out, Comedy Live. Peace.
Yeah. I'm about to address the elephant in the room. Yeah. Somebody said, oh, nah, I did it on purpose, son. I did it on purpose, fam. Yeah. I'm 44, about to be 44 in a couple of months. This is my midlife crisis, you know. I've been bald for a long time. I said, what will it feel like to have hair again? And then this is the only place it'll grow. Yeah, that's. I call it the Trey fade. Don't do that. Don't do that. Somebody said it looked like I had a BBL in the back of my head. I said, come on. Don't disrespect me like that. Don't. Nah, this fly. I like it. See, I'm at that age. Like I said, I'm 43, almost 44. I'm at that age. If I see something I like, I do it. I don't need nobody else's approval. That's where I'm at. You rock it with confidence, it's cool. I'm like, ain't no rules when you get in your 40s. I grew up from the era where you're not supposed to snitch. Well, I'm 43. I'm telling you this right now. I'm snitching. I'm telling. I pay property taxes. You tell when you pay property taxes. Yeah, 911, I don't know this car in my neighborhood. Yes. I pay HOA fees. I'm telling. That's all I'm saying. Matter of fact, I am the president of my HOA, so you already know. I am telling. I don't care. I do what I want to do at this point in time of my life. I've lived. I do what I want to do. I dress how I want to dress. Now, you don't really know how bad your outfit is till you walk past a bunch of 21-year-olds. They'll tell you in a minute. You walk past them, look at this dude's jeans. Whoa, wait a minute. You don't like this? I mean, I wouldn't wear it. Like I called the cops on you yesterday for being in my neighborhood. Yeah, I live behind gates, too. So you got to hit the code button for my gates to open to get to where I live. And I'm telling you this right now, don't be trying to follow me on my code. You ever open your gates and there's somebody trying to get right on your bumper to get, no, let this gate close again and let me see you put your old code in. But don't be trying to get in my development on my code. You understand? That's a violation of the HOA. I wrote the rules. Yeah, man, when I get 45, I'm gonna dye it blonde. You hear me? Yeah. It was either this or rapping, so which one would you prefer? Yeah. Yeah, good choice. Yeah, man. My mom and her husband came to visit me in L.A. Like a year ago, and I was doing a show, and I was cursing a whole lot, but killing. I was destroying the show, and I got off stage, and I'm like, "Hey, Ma, how did you like the show?" My mom was like, She's like, "Son, it was okay, but you was cursing a lot. And you know Mama didn't raise you that way." I said, "I know, Ma. That's because Grandma raised me." It's cool, man. My mom and her husband came to see me, man, and my son, he's 24. Him and his girlfriend came to visit me, man. It was cool. Y'all heard me say my mama and her husband, right? Yeah, that's how you know the husband, not my father. Anytime you hear somebody say my mama and her husband, that's when you know the husband ain't they daddy. My mom got remarried when I was like 36. Yeah, that ain't even my stepfather at this point. Now, damn, that's Lewis. That's who that is. What's up, Lewis? Now, what's happening, Lewis? Ain't no Mr. Lewis either. We two grown men face to face. Lewis. Now, forget that. You take out the trash. That ain't my stepdaddy. That's all I'm saying. That's Lewis. My mom and Lewis, they've been married. They celebrated their, I think, 7th wedding anniversary this past June, man. Yeah. It ain't too late to find love. Yeah, man. Ever since that happened, you know. Now, my girl. Here's the thing. First of all, before I even get in that, let me tell you about like life. You know what I mean? And my mom and Lewis. Because my mom is 60. My mom is 67 now. Yeah. And got married like late. You know, she found love later. But she at that age now, man, you got to start having them conversations with her. You know, like when your parents get that age, you got to start having conversations with them. Like you got to start making sure the paperwork and the affairs are in order, especially black people. Like we need to know when somebody close to us die, whether or not they're going to be an asset or a liability. And to start with simple stuff, knowing if your people got life insurance. Black people, if you don't get life insurance or don't have it, get it. I'm telling you, it's the key to generational wealth. We know how to enter the world amazingly, black people, but we don't know how to leave at all. I'm like, no more GoFundMes or fish fries to pay for a funeral. Yeah, you know how much catfish you gotta fry in sale to get a casket? Now, notice I didn't say white people. They in here quiet. Because they got the information. They know it. They know it. Like, what's your name? Natalie, how old are you? 26. Natalie has had a policy for 26 years. And Natalie didn't even know because white parents put policies on their babies when they born. Like her name is Natalie and I got a policy on her. That's why white parents are so lenient when it come to raising their kids. I go to Natalie's house, yo, what's up? Hey, where's Natalie? I don't know. In the basement doing meth, making a bomb. I'm like, I'm not worried about her? Hell no, she's worth $5 million. I don't give a damn what she does in the basement. Yeah. This is why you don't see white people hysterically crying at funerals. You ever? Y'all thinking about it like, you know what? White people really don't cry at funerals. You go to a white funeral, they in there basic sad. Like, I don't care. That's $10 million in the casket. Let's get this over with. Every time a white person die, they call their realtor. Yes, I want to buy some property in the morning. But do you have a down payment? You're damn right it's down. It's 6 feet deep down. I'm coming. White people cry straight to the bank. You know what I mean? You know how hard it is to grieve when you're about to lose your house? But imagine if you get a check for $500,000. You're going to say to yourself, oh, you know what? I'll be okay in a few months. I'll be okay. She's in a better place. She's in a better place. The Lord called her home so I could save my home with this. And then black people come back to me, I don't need life insurance. I'm not worried about how I'm gonna pay for my funeral. I'm like, life insurance is not about just paying for your funeral. It's about the future of your family. You know what I'm saying? Black people, I'm not gonna even get buried. I'm getting cremated. I don't need a policy for that. Yes, you do. Because cremating ain't cheap. It is not cheap. Do you know to cremate a human body, the temperature of that oven has to be at 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit to properly cremate a human body? That's a fact. And that's if you got the payment in full. Messing around with y'all, Uncle Charles gonna be on simmer. You go to the funeral home, Uncle Charles looking like a rotisserie chicken for Boston Market. Like, yo, why Uncle Charles got a tan? Because you gave me $200. Like, you give me another 200, we'll flip him over, but until then, he's simmering. Now, y'all mad at the funeral home because they cremated Uncle Charles in the air fryer and put his ashes in the Crown Royal bag. Y'all better get that life insurance. That's what I'm saying, man. Especially if you about to get in relationships. Like I was talking about Lewis and my mom and how, you know, my girl, like, you know, because we're getting older. I'm, like, you know, about to be 44. And, you know, my girl see how my mom and Lewis, you know, how they interact. Now she trying to pressure me into getting married. Yeah, I don't want to do it. I'm saying, I don't want to do it because I'm already past 40. You know what I mean? And I've never been married before. She has. So I'm like, well, first of all, you 0-1. Let's put that out there right now. You got to lose a record. Like, and let me tell you about a man once he passed 40. Once a man make it past his 40s, he's not voluntarily trying to get married at this point in time in his life. Something drastic got to happen in a man's life after 40 just to want to get married. I said, man, I ain't getting married till I need to go on dialysis. Forget that. Till I lose a kidney, that's when I'm getting married. I got a best friend, homeboy, a best friend, father was 55 years old, never wanted to get married. One day, he was by himself eating some food and choked on a piece of chicken. Had to crawl to his neighbor's house, a lady he hardly ever spoke to before, to get help. And she called the ambulance and potentially saved that man's life. A week later, he was engaged. It took something as him damn near dying from choking on chicken to want to get engaged. All I'm saying is, had he had soup that night, he would still be single. But my girl, well, you know, if we get married, you're gonna have to ask my mom for my hand in marriage. I'm like, why? You almost 50. I gotta ask your mama for a damn near 50-year-old hand in marriage? That don't make no sense. Like, I might need to ask your doctor, your gynecologist for your hand in marriage, but not your mama. I'm Trey Elliot, man. Y'all been amazing.
Here we go for Trey Elliot. You know the funniest thing about that is Trey had great life advice, but his haircut, I said, you got such good, why? More jokes, more laughs, more comedians when we come back, man. Don't miss this. Don't miss this. Thing rolling, man. Let's keep this thing, man. This girl, she's from my hometown. She's from Detroit, Michigan. Came here on the whim, man. She saved my butt right now. So we're gonna show her a ton of love, man. Give her my girl all the way from the D, Katrina M.
Hi, I'm Katrina M. Harris, aka Trina with the truth. I tell it like it is, and that's really what inspired me to do comedy. I don't like liars. Tell that truth and laugh at it and move on, okay? From Detroit, Michigan. And I'm excited to be here on Comedy Live.
Comedy Live, what's up? Hey. Man, I've been smiling all day, y'all. I just celebrated my anniversary. Yeah, 4 years, divorced. Yeah, all the ladies in here like, yeah, that's something to celebrate. I was married 18 years. I can celebrate, yeah. It's servitude. I serve my country well. I got one of each, one son, one daughter. They don't make nothing else. That's all I'm trying to do. People run into me, they're like, oh, you're so young. You got married young. You can get married again, have more kids. Why would I do that? That doesn't make sense at all. Just, you're deciding to have kids? No. People hear me talk about my marriage, and they're so used to seeing me and my husband and our kids together. The PTA moms run into me at the grocery store. Oh my gosh, Katrina, I've been thinking about you. I swear I was gonna call you. I mean, on my cat, I swear I was gonna call you. And I was like, well, what's going on? Well, I heard that your husband divorced you and he took the kids and moved to Detroit, Michigan, left you in California all by yourself. I was like, oh, that? She was like, well, I just need to know, like, do you miss him? Sis, it was 18 years married. Yes, I miss him. Every freaking trash day. Oh, Katrina, I forgot you're a comedian. You're so silly. I mean, like, do you still love him? You know, between you and I, some days I think about leaving John too. And I'm like, 18 years, it is love. If a woman loves you, she will always love you. And it's a different kind of love. Like, I love my kid's father. I love my ex. I love him so much. I didn't fight him for custody of the kids. He was like, I want the kids. I was like, you can do it. I believe in you still. I know we've been through a lot, but I know you can do it. That's real love. Men, I know y'all don't understand that, but that's women, that's how we love. We gonna cheer you on. And I know y'all looking at me, y'all like, wait a minute, married 18 years, like, well, how old is she? Well, the truth is, I just celebrated my 51st birthday. Yeah, black don't crack, yeah, unless you on crack. People ask me, they're like, well, did you have a good birthday? Oh my gosh, what did you do? Like 51? I did what every single beautiful woman in Los Angeles does. I ordered a new shower head. To cool off. Sometimes you just need to cool off. And I'm telling you, black people, we so petty when it comes to our birthday. We love hearing y'all guess our age. We'll work with y'all for years and years and years, and y'all won't know how old we are. Then you'll hear us talking about our kids, and it's our birthday, and you're like, oh my gosh, you look so good. I didn't even know you had kids. Like, well, how old are you? And our petty tales, we be like, guess. We play that game with y'all, like, just guess. No, I'm not 51. April Fools, y'all. I just wanted a few whites in here to feel even worse about how y'all age. Like, y'all will not be privileged tonight. I have some leverage. I'm a sister. Come on, don't feel bad, whites. Y'all don't age either. Y'all just start going bad all of a sudden. It's crazy, because it's like, no, they be aging like gas station fruit. Like, by the end of the show, we're probably going to be sorting them off the shelves. Like, where these brown spots come from? This one's mushy. Get it out of here. No. And then, wow. These are jokes. We laugh at each other. Y'all can clown me after the show. I'll take it. It's okay. I've been through a lot. It's been a crazy year. When you think about it, look, every year is something crazy. We done had Epstein, we've had R. Kelly, now it's Diddy. I'm just so tired of men in power taking advantage of people. It's like you're that bored, you have nothing else to do. It's crazy. It really is crazy. And we're not crazy, so we're not gonna understand crazy. Just moved my son into college. Went to school down south, and I'm helping him move his things in. And I think about it. These college kids are still kids. I'm not gonna blur the line on whether or not these are kids. Just 2 months ago, they all had graduations. They was all in high school, on a book club, on playing sports. These are kids. They still need guidance. I'm not confused on that, and I'm not crazy. But a young man came up to me and he said, hey, shawty, what dorm room you moving in? I was like, this kid. I said, first of all, it's ma'am. And then here come my son with his hating self. Hold on, bro, mom, bro, mom. Mom, bro, that's my mom. Mom, son, your mama still got it, okay? Like, I can't have you be the campus hater. I don't want that for you. Like, keep moving your stuff in. I know what a kid is. I can handle this. So I let him go, keep moving the stuff. And I reached out and I grabbed the young man's arm. I said, young man. And that's where I went wrong. You're not supposed to touch people without their permission. Ladies and gentlemen, I felt this grown man arm. I swear he just did about 350 million push-ups before I talked to him. I said, young man, what is your name? He said, oh, man, my name is Mike. I said, well, your arm is kind of magical, Mike. And I was like, am I flirting with this kid? So I kind of just slid my arm up just to do the mother nurturing thing. I'm gonna touch his shoulder, just calm this situation down. I was a little heated and everything. I said, young man, whether you're Mike, Magic Mike, whether it's magical or not, I just want you to have a good school year. I am Miss Harris, his mother. Keep it moving. Go do a TikTok or something. By the fourth or fifth young man, I felt my inner R. Kelly just rising up. Oh, everybody on campus knew Miss Harris, baby. They was like, are you the one that lives in LA that's in entertainment? I was like, I am she. They was like, well, ma'am, what's going on? I was like, well, I'm having auditions in the lobby of the dorm room, so I got the paperwork all ready for all of you. It's men only, because all of y'all are men. It was like, well, do we need our parents? I was like, no, you guys are grown men. You are on your own now. I got to the auditions. I got to the auditions that I was hosting. I seen my son in the back of the line with no shirt on. I'm like, no! You gotta turn off your location is the moral of the story. These kids grow up too fast. Man, y'all been great. I am Katrina M. Harris. Keep having fun.
Keep it going for Katrina! Keep it going! We'll be right back, so don't go anywhere. More Comedy Live when we come back. Man, y'all in for a treat, man. Y'all having fun? This dude, I've known this man, at least probably 15 years also. This dude advocated for me tough when I first got to late to one of these clubs that I couldn't get into. While I was on stage, he went over to the club owner. He said, yo, my dude is ripping, and you tripping if you don't book him. And I love this dude from that day. Y'all put your hands together, man. Coming all the way from Memphis, born and raised. Get it from my brother, Memphis Will!
I'm just a country boy from Memphis, Tennessee. Been doing comedy 21 years, man, so it's definitely been a blessing when you're living in your purpose. And I never forget, I was in the 3rd grade, and my teacher, Miss Malone, Hamilton Elementary, she went out of the classroom, and then when she came back, you know, I was going back and forth with somebody, and she was happy about the person I was talking back to. His name was Joseph, because I was a new student. I had been there for like a week, and I watched Joseph every time the teacher did the classroom. He started talking about people. Nobody would talk about him back, and they'd just start crying and put their heads down, and I'd be like, why ain't nobody talking about this guy back? I didn't understand it. I was a new student. So in short, I was waiting on Joseph to talk about me. He ain't talking about me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but that Friday, Joseph finally said something to me. But what Joseph didn't know was I had jokes like a Uzi, because I had been literally practicing talking about Joseph. I never forget, she said, Joseph, you finally met your match, because Joseph was the one getting ready to cry. His eyes was watery, his face was red. And the teacher went to the chalkboard, and you know what she wrote on the chalkboard? My government name is William Clark. She wrote on the chalkboard, William Clark, real big, is gonna be a comedian when he grow up.
Shout out to Bentley Edwards. If you don't know who Bentley Edwards is, that's who produced the Jamie Foxx show, the Martin Lawrence show, the whole 9 yards. This is his studio. But let me tell you what Bentley did to me. So 15 years ago, Bentley found out that I was sleeping at 24 Hour Fitness on Crenshaw and Slauson. It's a true story. And he got mad at me because I didn't, tell nobody. He said, Memphis, why didn't you tell me you was sleeping at the gym? And I was like, well, I didn't know I was supposed to tell people. I thought the whole point was to be on the low. I was in the gym for like 3 months, and the manager came up to me and said, sir, we noticed you've been here 90 days and you haven't done a push-up. You're sleeping by the jacuzzi. So Bentley found out, and he got upset with me. He was like, Memphis, I can't have you sleeping at no 24-Hour Fitness. So he picked me up in his Bentley, took me to 24-Hour Fitness, said, go in there and get your stuff. It's a true story. I went in there and I got all my stuff because I was under the impression that I was moving in with Bentley. Do y'all know Bentley drove me over to Planet Fitness? He said, the water is much better over here in Memphis. The locker space is bigger. He became a realtor. It's $2 cheaper. It's closer to the club. I'm excited though, man, because I just got my master's degree. Mentally, I didn't get it for real. You got to get it up here first. You ever told a lie so much you start to believe it? I actually applied for a job that required a master's degree. And I almost got the job. And it was like, we can't seem to find your master's degree on file. And I called an attitude. I was like, what? Y'all done misplaced my master's degree? Let me call the university. I need y'all to fax that master's degree up here. And they was like, sir, you didn't even get your bachelor's. You done ran out of financial aid. Let me see what generation I'm dealing with. If you 35 and up, make some noise. See, that's old school right there. If you 34 and under, make some noise. And listen to that little terrible generation right there. Do y'all agree, sir, you don't have to hold her hand the whole show? I know y'all together. Every time I look her direction, she's been watching the whole show in the headlock. He got Ike Turner tendencies. Wink your eye if you need me to call the police. He the type take her to the grocery store and make her sit in the basket. Like, you know I don't trust you. Get in that basket. If she go to the bathroom, he the type standing outside waiting on her. She go to the bathroom, he gonna be on the inside of her. So we got to use the bathroom is what you trying to say. She's so used to it. He do it everywhere we go. Let her go. Let her breathe. He got all at the comedy show in the front row like this. We together. And I saw him walk in, too. He about 4'9", and she about 6'7". He in the front row sitting in her lap. She was like, come on, sit down, honey. He got that Kevin Hart hike going on. Look, he holding it too. We know y'all together. I bet you can't slow dance, though. It look like this in the club. I love you too. Now back to this young, you just snorted too, I heard that. He tried to catch the snort. You can't catch no snort. You gotta let the snort go. And his wife used to the snort. He proposed and snorted at the same time. Will you marry me? She was like, could you do it again without the snort? You got me snorting now. Like I was saying, this young generation. You know what, this young generation, 35 and up, I need y'all to bag me up. Do you agree this young generation needs some help? Yeah, you know what messed up y'all generation? Technology. Because the young generation get in and everything they want at the snap of a finger. Like I'm gonna say something the young generation never heard of. Bag me up. How many of y'all remember that thing called homework? Talk to me, somebody. You remember that, auntie? How many of y'all remember you got a grass stain in your new clothes, it was automatic spanking? Talk to me, somebody. See, I'm gonna show you how technology messed them up. 4'3", watch this, snort, watch this. Suge Knight, watch this. TLC, rest in peace, left eye, watch this. Watch this, I can't make this up. 5 heartbeats, watch this. I know he 5 heartbeats. He got on church shoes with no church socks. Your feet gonna stink this evening, I can tell you that. Look at you like I'm just used to it. I put socks on him when he sleep. So I'm gonna show you how that young generation messed up. See, have y'all heard of this thing called Fire Stick? Do you know with a Fire Stick you can watch the same movie at your house that they playing in the theaters? When it happened too fast, you don't appreciate it. See, y'all got Fire Stick, old school. What we have? Blockbuster Video. Talk to me, somebody. How many of y'all mama woke y'all up at 2, 3 in the morning to return that tape before the late fee kick in? Who remember that? Yeah, see, if that young couple want to go to the movies, in 3 minutes they finish. First minute, he invited to the house. Second minute, hook up his Fire Stick. Third minute, microwave popcorn. In 3 minutes, he finished. But how many of y'all remember when there wasn't no such thing as microwave popcorn? Talk to me, old school. How many of y'all remember we had to go get some real popcorn seeds? Look at them. Popcorn got seeds? How many of y'all remember mama or grandmama had one pot, you had to move that pot slow because you didn't want that popcorn to burn? What we do next, 35 and up, take that popcorn, put it in the real grocery bag. What we do next, Suge? Reach in the cabinet and get that seasoned salt. What we do next? Roll that bag down and shake it up real good. And it wasn't no fire stick. How many of y'all remember we went to the drive-in movie theater? Talk to me, somebody. And when we went to the drive-in movie theater, our uncle was in the trunk. Our cousin laid down on the back seat. We sat on top of our brothers. It was 37 people in the car. And our mama pulled right up and said, what, just the two of us? See, that generation's so spoiled, they actually grew up with their own rooms. But 35 and up, how many of y'all remember them bunk beds? Talk to me, somebody. Then when your cousin spend the night, you flip the mattress over because somebody peed in the bed. Talk to me, somebody. You and your brother be arguing over, no, that's your pee. My pee going in a circle. Mama, who pee this is? Your pee going in a straight line. See, they so spoiled, they actually grew up with a lunchbox and went to school because they had food at home. But how many of y'all remember that free lunch ticket? Talk to me, somebody. You lose that lunch ticket, you'll lose your mind. Where's that lunch? The teacher be talking, look here, ma'am, I didn't come to read. Mama don't get off till midnight. See, they get thirsty, they got options. Water, Kool-Aid, Pepsi, juice. How many of y'all remember we got thirsty, we had to drink out that water hose? Who remember that? How many of y'all remember we went in the house, opened up the refrigerator, wasn't nothing but that empty jar of pickle juice? Who remember that? Pickle juice was the first Patron, am I right about it? You didn't drink it the first time, but the second time you went in the house thirsty, that pickle juice looked like some cold green Kool-Aid, didn't it? You said, let me go and hit that. Hit that pickle juice. See, I'm gonna name some kin of the young generation never heard of Chico sticks. Talk to me. Boston baked beans. Talk to me. Living heads. Talk to me. Look, I'm gonna name some kin that you never heard of, sir. The best kin that created. Sugar Daddy. Talk to me, somebody. Sugar Daddy was so good you picked your tooth and re-ate the rest. She was like, I thought Sugar Daddy was the guy that snorted. I'm actually, man, I'm trying to settle down. I'm trying to find myself a wife. That's what I'm trying to, only one clap, okay. Let me ask y'all this. Is church a good place to find a wife? Look at Auntie. Auntie said no. I noticed we got different spirits in the room. Hey, I'm Memphis Will. Thank y'all so much.
Keep it going for Memphis Will! Y'all have fun? Y'all had a good time? Man, thank y'all so much for watching Comedy Live, man. Till the next time we out, y'all. Thank you.